So how are you feeling about playing the Bandits this Friday?
Yeah, we'll go in confident. We've beaten them once before, and the first time they beat us on the buzzer. So, we've come to realise that, we came first in the regular season, had a record of 19-5. So we're going to go in with that confidence and try and get this W.
What changes, I guess, as you're sort of getting down the point into the season? Do the guys, feel mentally tighter at this time of the year, or do you just sort of still feel like it's regular season?
No, well, it's hard not to think of it as a finals game. Mentally, the preparation is the same. We try and keep it the same as much as possible. So, we're going to go about our trainings. We're going to work on our scout, know what we've got to do Friday night, and try and come in and execute.
You mentioned just now that the Bandits aren't that good defensively, but they're quite good offensively. How do you think you're going to tackle that?
Well, we know who their key guys are. Like I said, we're going to scout properly, and we're going to know most of their stuff. So we know that Deborah George, if he gets going, he's very hard to guard. So try and put the clamps on him and a few of their other guys. And like you say, we know that they can't stop us defensively. They've got to come into our house and stop what we're doing. So we're going to go in with a lot of confidence, and we should be right to get this win.
We were talking about Dylan before about how he's pretty well shut him down the last couple of times. Was that just knowing him as a player that allowed you to do that?
Yes and no. Like I said, he has his nights and his off nights. So it's either we got lucky or our defensive principles work. So we're going to come in with a similar game plan and hope for similar results.
Is Deborah the only one to look out for, or who else is?
No, they've got some good imports and some athletic guys down there. So they've troubled us in the past, some of their centres. So like I said, we're going to watch our game tape and have a game plan and stick to it. And our thing is, can we execute offensively? And I think we've struggled with that in the last 2 weeks. So we've gone back to the drawing board and focused on that at training this week. And yeah, like I said, we're going to come out confident.
Do you think that's what let you down last weekend?
Yeah, definitely. We reviewed the tape, and we had some errors defensively for sure. But there was that stretch halfway through the second to about halfway through the third where we just couldn't execute. We couldn't score. And going in with 49 points going into the third quarter, you're not going to win many games.
Can you put your finger on what caused those lapses defensively? Or?
Yes and no. Sometimes it's flow of the game and 50-50 balls don't go your way, but there are a lot of things where we just looked and the effort wasn't there, and we've addressed that this week. And training Monday was a key focus, was our effort defensively especially. So we've come in with that mindset, and we're going to bring that on Friday.
Did they just hustle you a little bit when you're just talking about the scoring side of it? Was that what it was, or just an off and on?
Yeah, bit of both. We went 7 of 30 for threes. That happens. That's basketball, right? That's sport. So we've addressed areas where if it hasn't gone in 2 or 3 times in a row, hey, we got to change things up. We got to try and get a better look than a contested 3-point shot, or it may be an open shot, but it might be early in the offense. So like I said, we've addressed that, and we've come up with a pretty solid game plan, and we're gonna use that on Friday.
Stewie said on Friday night after the game that there are a couple of guys who kind of let the team down a little bit. Zach and Thierry, do you think they need to kind of improve from last Friday?
I think everyone needs to improve on Friday. It was clear, like I said, the effort wasn't there from all of the starters. The bench showed it, and they came out and they, in hindsight, they probably should have played more minutes than we did. So, like I said, we've addressed all that. It wasn't just those two, it's all of us. So basketball's a team sport, and we got to get together as a group and be, tell to get your head out of your ass, and we got to actually play. This is finals basketball, so you got to play every minute. Otherwise, you're not going to get the win.
So do you put it down to that? Everyone just got a bit ahead of themselves last week, you think?
I'm not sure it was getting ahead of ourselves. Like I said, I just don't think everyone was trying to win. There's no doubt about that. But if you watch the first quarter and the last quarter, you can just see the difference in maybe aggression is probably the right word. We weren't aggressive enough defensively in the first, second, and most of the third quarter. So, like I said, we've put a key focus on that defensively this week, and I think it'll show Friday.
And everyone fit to stage? Any injury worries?
Not to my knowledge.